friends. I just wanted to speak to you a little bit today about the jaw and pelvic connection and how you might be able to release a little bit of jaw tension for yourself at home. So I wish I could tell you really specifically why the two areas are connected. We know that those two areas develop around the same time embryologically, which is kind of interesting. We also know that fascially everything is connected, so through our connective tissue, and that there is a pretty solid line that runs from the jaw to the pelvic area. As a doula, I know that it is impossible to hold super tight tension in your hips while your jaw is totally relaxed. So that is why I wanted to talk to you about my favorite tips for how to release the jaw. So if there was only one thing that you were going to take away from this video today, I would like it to be doing horse lips, lip rolls. And I will try not to spit all over my camera as I demonstrate this. So usually lift my lips, and you're just going to take a deep breath of air and blow it through your lips, trying to make them vibrate together. So show you guys. So this took me a lot of practice because I am usually pretty tight in my jaw. Long ago when I took vocal lessons, this was an exercise that required a lot of repetition and practice to get better at it. Usually I would just kind of spit all over the place and only get to like for a second. So, but it can be improved upon. I am here to give testament that it is a skill that you can get better at. And I really love that technique during labor. This is something that will probably slip your mind, and if you could have someone to remind you or just to do it with you, that can be a really helpful tool to just release tension. It's also really hard to hold tension in your shoulders while you do that. It's difficult. So that's a really nice way to just kind of reset everything and get kind of loose. The other thing that you can do is a little bit of myofascial release for yourself, a little self-massage. So just using the fleshy parts of your fingertips, you can sink in. This is gonna look silly, but laughter is also really hard to hold tension in your body while you're laughing. So if it makes you giggle, then so be it. So you're just gonna kind of sink into these big jaw chewing muscle areas. So I'm just kind of sliding up until I feel like I'm in the fleshy parts. And I know I'm on it because I can feel myself talking here. Feel it moving. So I'm just going to sink in, and you can just gently open your mouth wide. And if you're tight, this will feel really nice. You might feel a little tenderness under your fingers, and I'm literally just sinking into the tissue and just holding that, and the action is really coming from me opening my jaw up. So I might slide it a little bit. I can tell that I'm a lot tighter on my right side. Maybe I'm gonna move my jaw around. Whatever feels nice. Maybe you want to do some little circles. I can always default to some little circles, some little taps. But I think that the most effective technique is going to be just this myofascial hold. So you're just sinking in with your fingers and just allowing your jaw to open, fall open. You don't have to close your eyes. I notice I'm just instinctively closing my eyes because it feels nice. But if that feels good to you, then by all means. So those are two of my favorite ways to relax the jaw area, and you can do this throughout your pregnancy or just anytime that you are noticing that you're clenching or holding on there a lot in preparation for labor. And then again, especially during labor, especially if you have somebody to remind you, just hey, blow your lips out, or if they just do it, then it will remind you to do it as well. So I hope that you give that a try and that it is helpful for you.